Hello my dears, welcome back to my Right Vibe Yoga channel, and today in this short tutorial we are going to learn more about the lizard pose, Utthan Pristhasana. So when you're ready, grab your mat, unroll it, and let's begin. I will start in the downward facing dog, but you also can enter this pose from the cat pose. It is absolutely fine. It's just easier to bring your leg forward. And here I have a spider, small but still a spider. So I'll stretch the spine, and then I lift the leg up, and then bring the right foot on the external side of the right hand. And I here have a drone which is flying around. I think they're spying on me. Okay, so this we put our leg down. I then will turn and show it you from another side. On another leg, I will remain in the same position, but I will show it you from another side. And here we are going to go down with our hips, but we are going to engage the left quadricep, so we are not dropping the hip. It's a mistake which I often see with my yoga students, so they're crawling down, and you have to really keep it up, because we have to keep our hips as squared as possible. Even in this position is a questionable square. However, the left hip shouldn't just fall down, okay? It should be straight. That's the first thing which I suggest to my students, is try to open the hip by pressing with the hand the knee, and then close it and remain with the hands down, or you can go onto your elbows. This is extremely beautiful pose for emotional release. You know that in our body, in our human body, we accumulate only negative emotions. Of course, it has its own purpose, like survival purpose of the next generations. However, it's absolutely useless for us to keep all these negative emotions with us for 70 years. And that's why it's very important to get rid of these emotions, especially if they're related to work or some big life changes. Okay. If you lowered on the elbows, you have to activate more your abdomen, and you already feel like your legs muscles are stretching. So we are elongating the hip flexors, the groin, and the thighs, and also the quadriceps and the hamstrings. That's you can feel it already. We are also very strong with our abdomen and chest muscles, especially if we put our forearms on the mat. Good, so let's put our hands down and transition into the downward facing dog and exchange the legs. Bring the right leg to the top. I all the time suggest to my yoga students, practitioners, to remain in this downward facing dog, to understand the difference between the right side and the left side after practicing the pose. So because the left one is still remained without doing this pose, so we are going forward with the left foot, then dropping the right heel and the right foot. We are still positioning ourselves. Here again, suggest to open first the ankle and then close it, and then when you are ready, slowly, nicely, and if you are ready, go on your forearms. Can remain here, try to stretch your spine and let go of the tension in the left thigh. It is extremely nice, a beautiful deep lunge. I would suggest to practice this every day. I really didn't like this pose from the beginning, because it's really very intense, but once you master it, it's really, and I think it's better than this one to release that emotional tension. Also, the pigeon pose is not bad, but this is really much more intense, and we are also working on our groins. Okay, now we are going to move into the downward facing dog. And we have finished with this pose. I will just shortly tell you that this one, the lizard pose, works on the sacral chakras, Pristhasana, which is the second chakra, which directly relates with our emotions, with our nutrition, with our creativity and procreativity. So this is extremely important for our life and for our happiness. So practice this pose and be happy. And I wish you love and happiness, my dears. See you next. Namaste.